The greatest dream in Cape Verde's football history has finally become reality. A nation of just over 500,000 people in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean has completed one of the most remarkable fairy tales of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Making their World Cup debut, Cape Verde have already written one of the tournament's most unforgettable stories. Their goalless draw against Saudi Arabia in the final Group H match was far more than a single point. It secured a historic place in the round of 32 and announced Cape Verde to the football world. Before the tournament began, Cape Verde were widely considered the underdogs of a group featuring Spain, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia. Most predictions expected them to finish bottom. Instead, the 2026 World Cup in North America delivered a completely different script. In their opening match, Cape Verde stunned everyone by holding Spain to a 0-0 draw. They followed it with another courageous performance, earning a dramatic 2-2 draw against Uruguay through discipline, resilience, and unwavering determination. Heading into the final match day, everything in Group H was still on the line. While Spain defeated Uruguay 1-0 to finish top of the group with 7 points, the second qualification spot came down to a decisive showdown between Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia needed nothing less than a victory. They pushed numbers forward, adjusted both their tactics and personnel, and searched relentlessly for the breakthrough. But against the Cape Verde side built on organization, discipline, and fearless defending, every attack was successfully repelled. When the final whistle blew, Cape Verde's players collapsed to the ground in tears of joy. 3 draws from 3 matches earned them 3 points and second place in Group H, while both Uruguay and Saudi Arabia were eliminated with 2 points each. Cape Verde reached the knockout stage without winning a single match. It is a rare achievement at a World Cup, but one fully deserved thanks to their defensive discipline, collective spirit, and highly effective counter-attacking football. Football has always been a game of emotion. Cape Verde's journey proved that belief, courage, and unity can outweigh reputation, wealth, and expectation. Their achievement goes beyond the standings. It represents a small nation, where many players compete in lower divisions across Europe, standing shoulder to shoulder with opponents whose stars earn tens of millions of dollars every year. Their stunning long-range goal against Uruguay in the second group match was worth far more than a point. It became a moment of hope for millions of people back home. Under head coach Bubista, Cape Verde built a team defined by tactical discipline, defensive organization, and complete confidence. They turned fearlessness into their greatest weapon, creating a defensive wall that frustrated some of the strongest teams from Europe, South America, and Asia. As the lights gradually faded across the stadiums of North America, football fans around the world were left with a story they will remember for years. The Blue Sharks did not reach the knockout stage through luck or by relying on other results. They earned it through hard work, sacrifice, and relentless determination until the very last whistle. Cape Verde's remarkable journey will forever stand as one of the defining stories of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They are no longer the tournament's underdogs. They now enter the knockout stage as a team capable of challenging anyone and continuing one of football's greatest modern fairy tales. 26 years ago, few people in world football paid any attention to Cape Verde, a small island nation isolated in the Atlantic Ocean. Ranked 182nd in the FIFA World Rankings, they had a semi-professional domestic league, limited facilities, and players who often balanced football with everyday jobs just to make a living. Yet from those humble beginnings, the Blue Sharks quietly began building one of modern football's most remarkable success stories. Everything changed with a unique recruitment strategy. Realizing that large Cape Verdean communities were living across Europe, especially in Portugal, the Netherlands, and France, the National Federation launched an extensive scouting network to identify players of Cape Verdean descent. Instead of attracting them with money or lucrative contracts, they appealed to something far more powerful: the opportunity to represent their family's homeland. Talents developed in some of Europe's finest academies chose to wear the Cape Verde shirt, combining modern European tactical education with the fearless spirit of their ancestors. That vision transformed the national team. The results became impossible to ignore. In May 2014, Cape Verde climbed to 27th in the FIFA World Rankings, the highest position in the country's history. At the time, they were ranked above established football nations such as Denmark, Serbia, and Scotland. It marked the beginning of a golden era. Cape Verde consistently reached the latter stages of the Africa Cup of Nations and earned victories against some of the continent's strongest teams. Their identity became clear: organized defending, intelligent counter-attacking football, and relentless energy from the first whistle to the last. More importantly, they proved that success is not determined by financial power alone. A smart scouting system, a clear football philosophy, and players driven by genuine national pride can compete with nations possessing far greater resources. After reaching their peak in 2014, Cape Verde entered a challenging period of transition as many key players approached the final stages of their careers. But thanks to the solid foundation established over the previous decade, the team remained competitive. Before the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Cape Verde were ranked 67th in the world. It was further proof that they were no longer a one-time surprise, but a stable and respected football nation capable of troubling any opponent. And the 2026 World Cup became the perfect stage for the next chapter of their remarkable journey. From a team once ranked 182nd in the world to one standing proudly among football's biggest nations, Cape Verde had already achieved something few believed was ever possible. The 2026 FIFA World Cup became the perfect stage for Cape Verde to complete one of football's greatest underdog stories. Across 3 demanding group stage matches against Spain, Uruguay and Saudi Arabia, they never looked like a team ranked 67th in the world. Instead, they played with remarkable composure, tactical discipline, and unwavering determination. Every player understood their role. Every defensive line stayed compact. Every counterattack carried purpose. Those qualities helped Cape Verde finish the group unbeaten, securing a place in the round of 32 while sending both Uruguay and Saudi Arabia home. It was a result that stunned millions of football fans around the world. Their journey has become a powerful reminder that belief, organization, and teamwork can overcome even the biggest names in the game. Reaching the knockout stage was also a fitting tribute to one of the country's greatest football figures, legendary goalkeeper Vozinha. At 40 years old, and with nearly 100 appearances for the national team, Vozinha has witnessed every stage of Cape Verde's football evolution. From the difficult years when the national team struggled for recognition, to their historic qualification for the knockout stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, he has remained a symbol of resilience and leadership. His outstanding performances during the group stage, especially against Spain, reflected more than 2 decades of commitment to the national team. Time after time, he produced crucial saves that kept Cape Verde alive when it mattered most. Standing between the posts, Vozinha became more than just a goalkeeper. He became the bridge between generations, inspiring younger teammates and leading them through the biggest moment in the nation's football history. For Cape Verde, simply qualifying for the World Cup was already a historic achievement. Reaching the knockout stage turned that dream into reality. Whatever happens next, their place in football history is already secure. They may not possess squads worth hundreds of millions of dollars or world-famous football academies, but they have something equally valuable, a group of players united by pride, identity, and an unwavering commitment to represent their country. From being ranked 182nd in the world, to climbing as high as 27th, remaining among the world's top 70, and now standing proudly among the final 32 teams at the FIFA World Cup, Cape Verde have completed one of the most inspiring journeys the game has ever seen. The FIFA World Cup has always been the home of football's greatest fairy tales. And in 2026, Cape Verde became one of its most unforgettable chapters. In the end, Cape Verde's story is about far more than football. It is the story of a nation that refused to accept its limitations. A country with limited resources, a small population, and no World Cup history that chose belief over fear. For years, many of their players grew up far from home. Some were born in Europe, others developed through some of the continent's best football academies. Yet when the opportunity came, they chose to represent the land of their parents and grandparents. That decision changed everything. Their success was never built on financial power or global superstars. It was built on identity, unity, and an unwavering commitment to one another. Every tackle, every save, and every minute they fought on the pitch reflected the pride of an entire nation. From a team once ranked 182nd in the FIFA World Rankings, to reaching 27th in the world, maintaining their place among the world's top 70, and now advancing to the knockout stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Cape Verde have rewritten the history of their football forever. Their journey proves that the World Cup is not only a stage for football's biggest giants. It is also where impossible dreams become reality. For Cape Verde, simply qualifying for the tournament was already a historic achievement. Reaching the knockout stage turned that dream into one of the greatest underdog stories in modern World Cup history. No matter what happens next, their legacy is already secure. Because in football, the greatest victories are not always measured by trophies. Sometimes they are measured by the courage to believe when nobody else does. And in the summer of 2026, the Blue Sharks gave the world a story that will never be forgotten.